the Chancellor, Acting Chancellor, Technical University of Mombasa, the Chairman of the Council, the Vice Chancellor, Technical University of Mombasa, the Deputy Vice Chancellors present, members of the University Management Board, members of the Senate, faculty members for schools and directorate, and our special guests this day watching from wherever you are in the universe, in Kenya and outside Kenya. Technical University of Mombasa freshmen, good afternoon you all. My name standing here is Paul Njihia Gishuhe, the Registrar Academic Affairs, and mine is very simple. I wish to welcome you for this orientation ceremony, which is the matriculation address for the Vice Chancellor for the new students. And you are watching us on various links, that is on Twitter, TOOM001KE, in YouTube, and in our university Facebook, Technical University of Mombasa, the only university here at what we call the sea level. And in TOOM Radio, you are going to reach us. Please interact with us. This is the new normal, and we are going to be in a position to be together. We want to start, and we want to start with a word of prayer. And I wish to call Suleiman Mzee to lead us with a word of prayer.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Kwa jina la Mwenyezi Mungu, Mungu wa rehema, mwenye kurehemu. Hatuna budi kumshukuru Mola wetu kwa kupatia nguvu, neema na wakati kama huu, kupata nafasi kama hii ya kukaribisha wanafunzi wetu wapya. Umekuwa ni wakati mgumu, wakati wa COVID-19, lakini Mola wetu haya yote ni yako wewe. Wewe umeyalete na utayaondoa. Tunaomba wanafunzi wetu na wazazi na jamii kwa jumla, Mola wetu tusaidie, tushirikiane kwa pamoja ili tuweze kupeleka hili gurudumu la kuwapa vijana wetu elimu ya kuwasaidia wao na sisi na nchi yetu na dunia kwa jumla. Mola wetu tunakushukuru, tunakuomba ujalie hafla hii yetu ya leo iwe ni ya mafanikio. Uipe baraka zako, utupe utulivu katika yote, utupe baraka na neema kwa wale ambao tunataka kushughulikia hivi leo. Mola wetu tunakushukuru. Amin. Amin.
Thank you very much, our freshmen, wherever you are watching from, the Chancellor and the Chairman of the Council, the Deputy Vice Chancellors, the Deans, Directors, and members of the faculty. I want to take this opportunity just to do a brief introduction, and it will not be much, but to say to the freshmen out there, welcome to the Technical University of Mombasa, the hub of innovation at sea level. It is the first one for this university to have you being orientated through a virtual platform, and therefore everybody in the group is watching you. So take it in a positive way. It is a first one for you, and we wish to welcome you to the TOOM family, the TOOM fraternity. Feel welcome. This is home, away from home, despite even being away. In the new normal, I want to wish you the very best. This is how you're going to do it. Interact with our website. That's why I want to introduce you to our website, www.toom.ac.ke, a versatile one. You'll get every intricate information. You can reach us on our emails. You have registered with us with email. We are there at call 247, and we shall be glad to listen to you. Why we are a family away from your family. And that's why we'll always listen to you. With those few remarks, karibu sana. I want to take this opportunity to request the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Research and Extension, to come over so that he can introduce the members and proceed on. Thank you very much. Karibu sana, Technical University of Mombasa. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman, University Council, as well as Acting Vice Chancellor of the University, the Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration, Finance and Planning, Deans and Directors, Registrars, Members of Senate, all protocols observed. To our new freshers, to our new students, I would like to take one moment to recognize, and I will ask you to make a quick stand and sit down for the student leadership of TUM. We appreciate you. Sit down. We would like now to go to the Dean of the schools. The Deans, may you stand. If you are representing a dean, may you stand. We have 4 deans. Okay. Those are your deans. Directors. Those are your directors of various directorates and institutes. You be seated. You have already seen our Registrar of Academic Affairs, Registrar, Partnership, Research and Innovation. May you stand. Thank you. Registrar, Administration and Planning, Librarian. Thank you. Director, Quality Assurance, the Deputy Directors. Thank you. The Vice Chancellor will introduce and talk about the members of management. So to our new students of 2020-2021, intake and members present in this meeting, good afternoon. I would like to start by welcoming our new students to the Technical University of Mombasa. Please take a moment to reflect about your performance for the last academic year. It is because of your excellent performance that you are admitted to join the Technical University of Mombasa. I would wish to congratulate you for being admitted to this prestigious institution. The academic division which I represent has several elements. It's really the cornerstone for your stay in our institution and indeed in institutions of higher learning. We have several administrative sections that work very closely together so that we can ensure you receive timely, relevant, appropriate, quality education. And I would like you to retain and remember those: timely, relevant, appropriate, quality education. Because in your interactions, you must reflect, why did you join this institution? The sections include the following. We have academic section, which is headed by Registrar Academic Affairs. We have Registrar Partnership, Research, Innovation. And indeed, we pride ourselves as a hub of innovation. We have 4 schools: School of Business, School of Applied and Health Sciences, School of Humanities and Social Studies, School of Engineering and Technology. We have 1 institute Institute of Computing and Informatics. We have one academic directorate, the Directorate of TVET. We have the University Library, and we have the Dean of Students, then looking after all matters pertaining to students' well-being. We do have some committees which you may interact with before you exit your studies in this university. But I would like to highlight one particular committee which I hope all of you will have very limited interaction with. And this is the committee dealing with students' disciplinary matters. The matters dealt with or handled by that committee are various, ranging from exam malpractices to criminal cases. And for that reason, what I would like to caution you is that indeed the consequences of facing this committee are always dire. It's things we can avoid. So I hope none of us, or if it has to happen, the few of us will face that particular committee. And how then do you avoid interaction with that particular committee? You'll be guided by several documents, including the student handbook. And more important, as an individual, you must make that determination to be a responsible citizen. We can have all documents, guidances, but if you choose to do contrary to those documents, it is a personal choice. So we really would like you to keep the correct path by being a good citizen who observes the rules and regulations. So we shall be with you from your entry now to the day you exit as a graduate. And therefore, for that journey, which may be 1 year for certificate students, 3 years for diploma students, 4, 5, or 6 years for degree students, we shall be with you. And it is important that you're going to be able to interact with various deans, directors, who then will be able to guide you through this process. The new normal has pushed the university, and indeed to the point where as a university we are planning to be, to embrace virtual learning. And therefore, as you are aware, because of COVID-19, indeed we started our registration, virtual registration on the 14th of August, and will be ending about the 14th of September. So this online virtual learning is important. And as from Monday this week, the 7th, indeed we are doing materials in the Moodle platform for our students to be able to interact with. So these are first in terms of orientation, as our registrar mentioned. It is a first where we are going to be doing things remotely. But the way the materials are structured, you should be able to feel as if the lecturer is in front of you. And so that you are able then to experience literally the same a student who is physically in class will be able to experience. So the various deans and directors will be able to guide you through. Our student management system, the e-registrar, again, will only allow students who are registered into accessing materials for purposes of learning. So again, we encourage all of you to fulfill the requirements for being registered and being a bona fide student by paying your school fees and submitting the relevant documents. There are several documents which you need to be aware of. We have an academic policy which spells matters of academia and how you deal with those matters. I mentioned student handbook, which deals in terms of guidance on how we live a healthy, successful, good experience environment in the university. If you keep to those rules, certainly it will be very a good environment to be in. Of course, we have financial manuals, which then talk about our fee policy. I would advise that you familiarize yourselves with these documents to have a fruitful stay, a stay you can cherish. Now, we know even in the best of situations, there are challenges which may happen in your academic life in the institution. And therefore, to solve academic matters, please do observe that there is a structure which starts all the way from chairman of department. And in fact, even before the chairman, you'd have your course director or the person delivering the unit. You can go the chairman of department, to the dean, then to the deputy vice chancellor, academic research and extension, or the way to the vice chancellor. And if the vice chancellor is not able to solve your problem, indeed we have the chair of the council. But most of the times, we have been able to solve those problems before they get to the council. Examinations. I would like to caution, do not fall in the trap of taking shortcuts to pass examinations. If any of us in this university promised that they would teach you, they would examine you, and they make you pass, please disregard. Why? You did not come here to pass exams. You came and you have decided to come here to make sure you gain certain knowledge, you gain certain skills which are going to help you to perform your duties as a graduate of a particular program. So exams are mandatory, and you also know that you must meet certain requirements to be able to be allowed to take those exams. As you know, we will have limited library access, and again, students may have to book when we have face-to-face. And for that reason, we encourage you to be able to register for virtual online access to library services. And these services are particularly important because you need reference materials. And so you need to take note of that. And finally, before I conclude, you know there's Higher Education Loan Board, which supports all of us in one way or another to be able to pay for our expenses within the university. And so it is important that you take note. You can be able to access that particular website. The applications form are therein, and you can apply. Again, to caution, please do apply in time so that when it comes to examinations, because you need to have paid your school fees in total, that you're not left out of the examination cycle. In conclusion, I wish you a fruitful learning experience at this institution, an experience you cherish, an experience by word of mouth you'll be able to tell others about, and so that together we can grow into a bigger institution. And for those of us who may miss this orientation, please do note that these materials will be posted in our website, and therefore you can be able to interact with these materials. It's now my duty to welcome my colleague, Professor Aswao, to come and make his remarks and invite our Vice Chancellor to address us.
Good afternoon, everybody. Chancellor, the acting Chancellor, who is also the Chairman of Council of Technical University of Mombasa, the Vice Chancellor of Technical University of Mombasa, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics Research, Deans, Directors, CODs, staff, academic staff, administrative staff, student leaders, our new students, good evening. Good evening again. It's my pleasure to welcome the new students. It's always a pleasure when new students choose our university. And I want to extend a welcoming hand I am in charge of the division of administration, finance, and planning. Now, I want to tell you briefly something to do with the division which I head. Now, the Technical University of Mombasa's main aspiration is excellence. Hence, all the strategies, all the policies of the division which I head, the Technical University of Mombasa, are informed with the awareness of excellence as the main theme. Dear new students, having chosen Technical University of Mombasa, you have chosen the path of excellence. We know you have come from all corners of the country, and you are drawn from all religious backgrounds. Please note that TUM embraces diversity and inclusivity. In other words, you are in the right place. Now, the Division of Administration, Finance, and Planning has been created as a provider of the enablers that will make your stay in TUM enjoyable and stress-free, because you need a stress-free environment during your pursuit of knowledge. The division will strive to offer a seamless support service experience that will help you achieve excellence in the execution of your academic goals. Again, I repeat, the division will endeavor to give you a seamless service so that you can achieve your academic goals. In addition, the division will ensure that you get competent and dedicated academic staff and professional administrative staff to provide efficient and reliable services that you will need during your stay in TUM. Now, the division consists of the following departments. We have the Human Resource Department. We have the Finance Department. We have the Estates Department, which takes care of you have the physical environment and the physical assets. We have the Transport Department. Then we have the Planning Department, the ICT Services Department, and the Health Services Department. Now, all these departments are here to make your stay comfortable. What we want is that you concentrate on the core activity that brought you here, and that is the academic pursuit of academic excellence. So briefly, I just want to summarize what you expect from each of the departments I've talked about. So the Human Resource Department actually has come up with several policies which will make you live with the rest of the community because you are joining a TUM family, and we need policies. The policies we have produced are to streamline activities that you'll be taking. Now, human resource again ensures through its strategic approach in attracting, engaging, and retaining quality academic staff, because we have very qualified personnel. We want to give you the best of the academic staff that is available in this country and in the larger world as a whole. The finance department has responsibilities, especially when you pay your fees. We always ensure that your fees is put into good use. So we have a competent finance department. You are free to interact with them. And each time you pay any levies, please ask them to give you receipts. Because at the end of the day, we expect you to pay several levies. And before you graduate, we expect you to show us that you have actually complied to what you need to give to CISA. Then we have the estates department. This is quite key because learning does not only take place in the four walls in the classroom. Learning takes place even outside the physical classroom, under the trees, and as you will see when you come to TUM, we have a very green environment. We have trees, actually. TUM is a forest. So the estate department has ensured that you have a clean environment. And will continue to ensure that you have that. Accommodation is equally under estate, the clean boarding facilities, cleaning the environment, cleaning the classrooms. So that's a very important department. And then we have the ICT department. As you're aware of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have an ICT department that has and is continuing to put up infrastructure so that we all embrace e-learning. So that is another responsibility. Then we have the transport. We have a good fleet of vehicles. The transport department ensures that its fleet is managed in a proper way, and when you have to go for games, you have vehicles to take you there and vehicles to return you. So this is a department. Once you come during the orientation, you are supposed to, during this period of orientation, you are supposed to interact and see all these departments and get to know where they are and which officers to contact. Then even more importantly, we have the health department. When you are sick, in case you have any conditions, you declare it, and then the health department, when they open a file for you, will be able to monitor you and help you in your health endeavors. So briefly, that's what I want to tell you. But I want to assure you that you are in the right place. The onus is on you to engage all these departments. They are here to serve you. The departments are here to serve you. Otherwise, thank you very much and welcome to TUM. Now I will take this pleasure to invite the Vice Chancellor, who is the CEO of the organization. The Vice Chancellor is a humble person, Professor Laila Abubakar. She is a mother to you. She's a very motherly person, very humble. She's a biochemist by profession. She was at one time also a first year, a fresher like you. She has got 3 degrees. The bachelor's degree, the master's degree, the PhD degree, and she's still continuing. So you are in the right hands. You are very lucky to have a CEO who is a mother. As you always know that mothers are usually more welcoming than the fathers. I don't know. We are always told that. So you are very lucky. I want to take this opportunity now to invite the VC to say something small and then to invite the Chancellor, the acting Chancellor, and the Chair of Council. Thank you. Professor.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our acting Chancellor, as well as our Chairman of the Council, to greet the first years before I give my speech. So, Honour Chancellor, I want you to come and give your talk before I talk to the students. Our acting Chancellor.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon again. The Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the Chairman, the Deans, and the Directors, the Lecturers, academic staff, and the newly registered students. May I take this opportunity to first congratulate the newly registered students for having met the requirements for admission to this great university, the Technical University of Mombasa. I would want to do this first as the chairman of the council and also as the acting chancellor of the Technical University of Mombasa. I would also want to, on behalf of the council, to assure you that the council will be ready to work with you during the time you'll be here, and together with the academic staff and the administrative staff, make sure that your stay here will not only be useful to you, but will also be useful to the country. We are in a new situation now, where
as well as our chairman of the
you'll be
council,
taking
to
classes
greet
initially
first years before
in
I
a
give my
virtual
speech.
setup.
So,
But we are
Honour
hoping that
Chancellor,
very soon
I want you to come and give
you
your
will
talk before I
be
talk to the students.
coming here, and then we can meet you all physically.
Our
Because
acting
education is not about just lecturing, but about relationships, lasting relationships here and beyond. As it's already been said,
again.
this is a center of excellence.
The Vice Chancellor,
It is also a center of
the Chairman,
integrity, accountability,
Deans,
justice, and equity.
Directors, lecturers,
But not only
staff.
that, it is
and
this is one of the
newly
top
registered
university
students.
in
May I take
County
this opportunity
001.
first
And
congratulate
when you come here,
the
you'll
new
not only be interacting
registered
with the academic staff, but you'll be interacting with the community here. We are hoping that your stay here will not only prepare you academically, but also prepare you to deal with the communities, not only in the Coast Province, but all over Kenya, Africa, and beyond. I believe that the conditions we have here are adequate. We have just had a visit from the Chief Secretary of Education, and I'm sure very soon we'll be able to have courses here physically. So while we are addressing you now virtually, we'll soon be addressing you physically as soon as the go-ahead is given so that we can go, we can meet again. I believe that the COVID-19 pandemic will soon end or will soon be managed and we'll go on with our normal lives. If you don't remember anything else, you will remember that this is the hub and then we for research, innovation, and because education is not about just remember that, think about it before you come in, so that you can be prepared to deliver and beyond those three important aspects: research, innovation, and community development. And may God bless you as you prepare about it before you come in, so that you be prepared. I wish you all the best and look forward to seeing you when research, innovation, and may God bless you as you prepare about it before you come in, so that you be prepared. I wish you all the best and look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, Acting Chancellor and Chairman of the Council. My Deputy Vice Chancellors who are present here, who have just talked to you students, members of the University Management Board, the registrars, deans and directors, chairpersons and heads of various departments, all other members of Technical University of Mombasa fraternity, our student leaders who are here with us today, parents who are watching, and our dear freshmen out there. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to Technical University of Mombasa, where we are committed in advancing excellence in knowledge, science, and technology. First, I would like to give my heartfelt congratulations and felicitations to each one of you who are out there for making it to the university. You are among the 5,178 students who qualified to join Technical University of Mombasa. Indeed, it was through sheer hard work that made you beat all the odds and you were able to make it to this great university. There are many students out there who would have loved to be with us today or to be in your shoes, but for one reason or the other, they were unable to make it. This is a memorable moment in your life. Technical University of Mombasa is an institution of great repute that has a rich history. It is the only university at the sea level and the first technical institution in Kenya and East Africa. This year, we are marking 70 years since we opened our doors to our first students at the then MIOMI, that was Mombasa Institute of Muslim Education, way back in 1950. Since then, this institution has progressively grown It became Mombasa Technical Institute after independence in 1966. Then it transformed and became the second National Polytechnic in 1972, and we were known as Mombasa Polytechnic. In 2007, it underwent another transformation and became Mombasa Polytechnic University College. And finally, in 2013, we became Technical University of Mombasa. As we grew, we also have 2 strategic satellite campuses in Lamu and Kwale. So apart from the main campus, we also have a campus in Lamu and Kwale. We are the only university that is present in those 2 counties. The university has 5 schools. The School of Applied and Health Sciences. We have the School of Engineering and Technology. We have the School of Business, School of Humanities and Social Sciences, and also the School of Graduate Studies. The university will soon be launching the School of Applied and Health Sciences. We also have the Institute of Computing and Informatics, which houses the computer science and information technology departments, as well as the open and distance e-learning. The university has programs from PhD to master's, undergraduate, diploma, and certificates. My dear sons and daughters who are out there, you are the creme de la creme of our society. And we take pride in each one of you who qualified to join contribute to not only our institutional growth, but your own growth. We anticipate and expect each one of you to excel just as you did when you were in high school and reach greater heights. Mombasa. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now university students. School. You are your own keepers. Nobody is going to remind you to do your assignments. Nobody is going to push you around. You need to have your own timetable and you need to plan your way. You make your own decision and choices. Always remember, my dear sons and daughters, that choices have consequences. When you make the right choices, then you will reap in manifold. But when you choose to make the wrong choices, then you sink into the spiral of despair and misery. You can either take a journey of success where you will complete your studies as scheduled and join your families to receive your awards during the graduation. Alternatively, you can take a journey of distraction where completion of your studies becomes a mirage. The Dean of Students and the Student Counselor are here to advise you on the risky behavior while at the university and how to circumvent them. We also have our Chief Security Officer who will caution you on the various security issues when you arrive at the university. Please take time to visit their orientation links on our website and be guided accordingly. COVID-19 or coronavirus has affected each one of us in many ways. Ideally, this orientation should have taken place at the graduation square within the university premises. It is usually a very, very great opportunity for us to interact with each one of you. And you will also be able to understand the campus life. Our student leaders normally also arrange the freshers' night, which is normally the best time that you can always remember when you join the university. I hope when you come back or when you come to the university, this will actually take place. Now, as we adjust to the new normal, where we are embracing digital world, we have limited choices of interaction. We have to embrace technology not only as a matter of choice, but as a necessity. As John F. Kennedy said, change is the law of life. And those who look to the past or the present are certain to miss the future. All of you are already tech savvy or tech savvy, having been patronizing a number of platforms like the WhatsApp, the Facebooks, Twitters, and so on and so forth. So this technology is no longer new to you. Here now, we're just introducing you to another platform for learning. We'll be exposing you to online teaching platforms like the keynote web conferencing platform, the Zoom, Google Class, and Google Meet to enable you undertake your lectures. I would like to take this opportunity to encourage each one of you to buy a laptop. Or if you have a desktop at home, which your parents are already having, then you can actually also take advantage of that and use it. Or you can buy a tablet so that you can access our virtual blended learning for the first semester. You'll be required to form online class discussion groups, interact with each other online, write and submit assignments online as scheduled. We are hoping and praying that the COVID-19 will eventually be contained so that we can resume our normal face-to-face learning. I'm happy to inform you that we have been graced this morning, as you've heard from our chairman and the acting chancellor, by the visit by our cabinet secretary of education, Professor George Magoha. He had come to inspect our institution on preparedness to the COVID protocols so that we can be allowed to reopen the university. We will update you soon on after the discussion. We will update you, and once the government gives us the go-ahead, we will inform you of the changes. For now, I just want to urge you to learn from home, keep social distance, wear your mask, and make sure that you wash your hands and keep safe. Thank you, and again, welcome to Technical University of Mombasa, the only public university in Mombasa County. Thank you.
Deputy Vice Chancellors present, the Deans, Directors, COD, student leadership, all protocols observed. We want to say we are almost coming to a close of our ceremony. And I must say thank you, Madam Vice Chancellor. In the few universities in Kenya that have ladies as Vice Chancellor, we are happy and we are lucky to be one. There are less than 5. And not just a Vice Chancellor, but with credentials, being a biochemist. And you are coming out there. You are coming to a university that has the best of the best. I know the members seated in front of me and this side. When you come face to face, you'll only say you wish you had come here earlier. We have the best in here, as my people have said before, and I don't want to take a lot of time, but I want to tell you 2 things. Make the website of Technical University of Mombasa in the new normal. It is our notice board. Just like most of you, when they open your phone, you go to WhatsApp. When you open your phone every morning, go to the website. Go to your e-learning portal. Check your assignment. Feel free to look at every communication. Take your time. Write your email. We respond pronto, immediately. And feel that you are in home, away from home. The way you wake up and you want to talk to mama, to talk to daddy, is the same way. When you feel to ask any question, we will answer you at all the time. So feel welcome. Make our website your friend every time. We have the best, and I may not take a lot of your time because I know you have many questions and we need to go and answer them. I know you should also count yourself lucky that you are among, as the VC said, 5,178 out of the total number that did exam, and you're in the best university in engineering, science, and technology. I don't want to preempt that. Our library is also 247. Go to that link, get the books, read, and you are good to go. So I want to take this opportunity. We started with a word of prayer. We want to end with a word of prayer, and we are guided. With this chance, I wish to call Dr. Karen Okeri, Director Quality Assurance, to lead us before God, and I would like the members to rise up so that after that we will do the procession, whereby the VC and the Deputy Vice Chancellor will leave first, followed by the Dean, followed by the CODs and Directors, and the student leadership will be last in the queue. Thank you very much. Karibu sana tu.
Let us pray. Our Father and our God, in the name of Jesus, we come before you this afternoon. I want to thank you for you made it possible for us to have this meeting here, my Father. In a very special way, we want to commit the students out there, our new students, my Father, into your able hands, that you may work with us as we do it virtually, that in the future, my Father, that you enable us to meet. I will pray, my Father, that you may be with each and every one of them, that you may put each and every one of them in the right path, my Father, that you may bless us too as a university, that we may be able to carry out what we have planned to do, that you may lead us all the days of our lives, all to the glory and honor of your holy name. For in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.